Taylor, what did you make of today's game?
Give the Nuggets a lot of credit. I mean, they came out with great fight, great response from the first game. We were sluggish. We didn't have our pop. We weren't, playing our game. We weren't playing fast. Obviously way too many turnovers, a lot of missed shots. Definitely they took advantage. I mean, again, I know we played catch up at the end, but it's not good enough. We got to be better.
Did you or can you pinpoint maybe what caused so many turnovers tonight?
I thought their physicality was way different than in game one. And then, again, I think that just kind of got us off balance. We were, definitely rattled in terms of some of their pressure. So I give them some credit with their pressure and some uncharacteristic ones too. Guys probably just making some, decisions that we shouldn't have. And I got to do a better job reading the game and get them organized.
You talk about that late run. You started pairing Santi and Jaren together. What went into your decision to maybe keep them apart, keep Jalen on Michael Porter Jr. to start the game? And then what did you see from them two guys when they were on the court together that got you back in the game?
I mean, Santi had a heck of a game. I thought Jaren, we had a lot of guys in the negative. Was trying to get a interior presence out there with some of the pick and roll coverages Murray got going. We were trying to double team, create some activity. Obviously, credit Sarge, and I think was it Watson, Westbrook. Those guys hit some shots. When we had the big bodies out there. But Porter played great. He's 0 for 4. He's one of the best shooters in the game, and he was just laying in the basket on us, and we didn't have our rotation. So definitely a lot to clean up.
Taylor in the back. Santi, 12 of 19, 28 points. You talked about it a little bit there, but can you talk about the progression he's continued to make this season?
Yeah, obviously a great game by him. Just played with aggressive mentality. I thought when we kind of made that run in the second half and we were getting stops finally and we were getting out and running, he was a beneficiary. He was, slash cutting, driving from the wing, physical finishes at the rim. And then obviously he just got a groove once that first three went down. He got us back into the game. So I give him a lot of credit with his offensive performance tonight.
Bane hasn't shot the three since he's come back and just had a bad night overall tonight. Was this just a rough night for him, or is he still feeling the effects of the oblique? Is that impacting him?
He's moving good. He hasn't commented on that. Just shaking off some rust right now. Got the full faith in him. Obviously, he was great late game the other night. Obviously, had a couple buckets there, late in the fourth quarter. So I think it's just a matter of him getting his, legs going and getting a couple shots to fall, and that'll change. You just got to get the lid off the rim.
Coach, how do you reemphasize, the pace that you want to see? Obviously, with Ja, it's going to be harder to get guys going up and down the court. But how do you keep that mentality going with those guys?
We have the capability where, we talk about role change, even when we're taking the ball out of the net. Obviously, second chance opportunities hurts us. Fouling hurts us to run, but even when a team's scoring, we got to get the ability to get up the floor, high outlets, take the ball out of the net. That time between it clears the net to when you get outside the baseline and you go, it wasn't there. And then again, we had it in spurts. We just talked about after the game. In spurts, we have it. We're getting behind. We're getting layups. We're getting kick-out threes. But tonight it was more off of stops, not really off of scores, and we definitely got to improve that. It's got to be consistent for 48 minutes.
What do you think? What else can be done in terms of with the shooting? Did you like the looks you got in this game over the course of the season? Where do you think the team is in their progress as becoming a better shooting team?
Yeah, we're kind of up and down from the three-point line. I think this is 2 out of the last 3 games where we really struggled. Obviously, the free throw line hurt us a lot tonight. But I feel like, a lot of our threes, I'll go back and watch the tape. Maybe there's some that were contested, maybe some out of rhythm, maybe some kind of heaves that just try to really get us going. We could have had a better decision. But overall, some of the kickouts off of rebounds or the drive kicks, open looks, and, you miss a bunch of free throws, and we had some bunnies there, and give them credit. I thought, the physicality on the drives and the rims maybe took away some of our field goal percentage at the rim, but we missed a lot of layups tonight, and then that just turned right into a layup for them on the other end.
Yeah, how do you just assess the consistency of this team overall? It feels like, so far the season it's been a mixed bag of you've had some games where you've pulled away and then a few of this type.
Yeah, we got to come out to better starts, but we got to be able to, build whether we're playing with a lead or coming from behind. We just got to be consistent throughout. We can't go through these waves where we get stalled out on the offensive side or our defensive lapses. I think 2 out of the last 3 games, the Golden State one and tonight, offense definitely dictated our defense, and give the Nuggets credit. They feast in transition. They're one of the best in the league, and, we don't get that, offensive rebound or we miss a layup, and they're just sprinting on the other end. They took advantage of it. But, yeah, definitely inconsistent. We've got to find a better groove. Obviously, there should be no excuse, guys coming in and out. I always say we have a standard, and even with Jao, we got to be able to play fast. And our activity on the defense, 5 guys talking, collective, all that sets a tone for us, and that's got to be our identity.
Coach, looking ahead, to use this game as a teaching point, so to speak, tomorrow night they're not going to have Joel, more than likely another game against a team missing their big man. But your assist numbers, your turnover numbers, you had more turnovers than even free throws attempted. Then it looked really bad.
Yep.
What did you see that Denver was doing differently that maybe you can use tomorrow, since it's going to be kind of the same kind of setup?
Yeah, a combination of a lot of different things. I mean, I don't want to keep using by playing fast and some of our movement patterns. We're making some tight thread passes. I mean, they get through sometimes and sometimes they don't. It's part of the learning process. We've just got to keep evaluating, where we can get better with our movement. But really tonight, I mean, their physicality, they're stripping us. We're driving one-on-one. They just rip it right from us. Or in transition, we're pushing. They poke it from behind. Or we're playing in crowds in a double team. And, we're trying to make a pass out. And they had great hands tonight. So I think that's the things that we got to really clean up, is making the simple play, use their aggressiveness against them, not try to do everything, in one-on-one or one-on-two situations. That's the goal. We got 2. We got to get off the ball a little bit quicker. So that was my biggest takeaway, and, give them credit. I mean, they were great defensively tonight, and it really, changed our offensive success.
Coach, I wanted to ask about Yuki, just in terms of him being around this program. How has it been from training camp, preseason, and now just gaining information, developing, and being around those guys?
Yeah, I mean, he's building great relationships with the guys. I think he's doing an unbelievable job with his daily work. I mean, got thrown into the mix in training camp, learning new teammates, new system, new style. He's picking up everything pretty quick. And the biggest thing that stands out to me is he goes hard every single moment, especially when he steps on the floor. He's trying to play with pace. He's trying to set up his teammates. Whether it's getting practice time with the hustle or it's play groups or the minutes he gets with the Grizzlies. He's trying to pick up 94 feet. He's going to continue to get better. One-on-one. But the fact that he goes out there and he tries to play hard and leave his heart on the floor every single time, that's been the most impressive thing. And he's just getting more comfortable, just building chemistry with his guys. Obviously, he's serving a role right now to help other guys get better while he's still getting better too.
I'm sure you probably didn't see it, but Draymond Green went on his podcast, I think earlier today, and was making some comments, I guess, in response to what you said, basically saying that, you're too emotional as a head coach and using words like soft and things like that. Just curious if you care to have any response to those comments of what he said recently.
Yeah, I love my basketball team, and I can't wait to compete tomorrow. Thanks.